What up? What up? What up? Ladies and gents, boys and girls, you are now tuned in to a brand new video of Sportsway with Dre Day podcast. I am your host with the most, the Hood's ESPN, Crystal Street's very own, Dre Day. What's up? What's up? What's up? Once again, thank y'all all for y'all continued support of the podcast. Keep it going, keep it growing, keep it flowing. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Hit that subscribe button, Sportsway with Dre Day podcast. I'm at about a good 730, 731, 732. I've actually been losing some subscribers as of late, which is crazy, but it is what it is. Uh, who knows? Maybe they've gone on to see some of my stuff, didn't agree with what I had to say, and then just hit the unsubscribe button. It is what it is, but subscribe to your boy's podcast. Also, hit that notification bell so that way, once a video is uploaded to YouTube, you will get a notification letting you know that your boy has dropped some new content. Like the videos, share the videos, leave a comment if you want, tell a friend to tell a friend, all that good stuff. Whew. This video here, we're gonna do something a little different with this one. I know the podcast is sports related, but on this one, I felt it was only right that we do something a little different. Um, Earlier this week, we lost an icon, legend, in our culture as it pertains to TV sitcoms, one of our shining stars, to say the least, Malcolm-Jamal Warner, aka Theo Huxtable, uh, passed away earlier this week while in Costa Rica with his family. I was at work on Monday and found out about it. I literally had just punched in, about to go upstairs to start setting up, and the first thing that popped up on Instagram was a report from Shade Report saying that he had passed away. I was like, nah, you gotta be kidding me. Like this, nah, this can't be serious. Can't be. And of course, you go on Facebook, everybody's talking about it. You go on Threads, everybody's talking about it. And then now all the reports are coming out. All the reports are coming out. So now I'm like, yo, this is crazy. This is totally, totally unexpected. And from the outpouring of sadness from people, I'm not even gonna hold you. Like this death feels equivalent to when Kobe passed, which was 5 years ago, and when Chadwick Boseman passed 5 years ago. Uh, so yeah, this one definitely rocked the culture because I mean, I can speak for myself. It's like losing a relative. It's like losing a cousin, to say the least, because he grew up in my household. You understand what I'm saying? Like the Cosby Show started in what, 1984 to what, 1992. So I remember being young watching the Cosby Show when it was on TV, and then obviously even now still watching it. So to have him pass like that, and they're saying that he drowned while he was on family vacation. Just sad across the board, so definitely want to send condolences to his wife, to his mother, to his family. And I felt, I basically had to pay homage to him to do this, because again, like I said, like he grew up in my household. You understand what I'm saying? Like there was certain shows that I watched growing up, and the Cosby Show was definitely one of those shows on the top of that list. So it's only right that I pay homage to him and give, like I put in the title, top 5 Theo Huxtable moments. I got 3 honorable mentions as well. Again, this is my top 5. Now, I know there's going to be some people that watch this and they're going to say, oh, how you forgot about this one? Or how you put this one at this number? Listen, it's my top 5. If you want to put yours in the comments, then by all means, have at it. We can have a conversation about it. But this is my top 5. This is something that I felt that needed to be done to pay homage to him and to thank him for, just gracing us with his presence on TV. Obviously, he didn't just do the Cosby Show. He did Malcolm and Eddie as well. He did The Resident. He did, I think he had a few stints on 911. He did a lot of movies that's on TV One or Bounce. So, not those big time movies, like those low budget movies or whatever, but he still did his thing in the entertainment industry. He also was a poet. Obviously he was a husband, he was a father, he was an uncle, a friend, obviously. But again, I felt the need to pay homage to him by giving my favorite moments from him from the Cosby Show. So again, I have 3 honorable mentions, and then I have my 5. So let's get to the 5. Let's get to the top 5 right now. Now, my number 5, I know some people gonna watch this and they're gonna say, oh, how that's not in your top 3? How that's not in your top 3? Again, it's my top 5. Do you know how many episodes the Cosby Show had? They had 8 seasons. They had 8 seasons. And some of these episodes, I knew them off the rip. It was just I had to go do my research to find out exactly what season it was and what episode it was, because I felt doing this, I want to present it the right way, just in case somebody watched this and they want to go back and check the episode. It'd be easy for them to find it because I put it in the title for them. You understand what I'm saying? So let's get to number 5. Season 1, episode 5, the Gordon Gartrell shirt. Now, y'all might remember that he wanted to impress a young lady and he told her that he was going to get a Gordon Gartrell shirt. And he got the shirt, which was $95. And when Dr. Huxtable saw that, he was not too thrilled with it. He told him that the shirt had to go back. And Theo was like, I told Christine I was getting the shirt. He said, tell Christine you lied. And Bill Cosby said the famous line that everybody knows: no 14-year-old boy should have a $95 shirt unless he is on stage with his 4 brothers. Obviously, we know he's talking about the Jackson 5. So that's an iconic line from the Cosby Show. Now, obviously, he takes the shirt back, but Denise felt that she can, match the shirt. She felt that she can stitch the shirt and make it just like the actual Gordon Gartrell shirt, and it was just abysmal. It was just abysmal. One sleeve was littler than the other. Just crazy, just crazy. A legendary shirt, to say the least. So I definitely had to put that episode in my top 5. The Gordon Gartrell shirt, season 1, episode 5. So if you want to go back and watch, there you have it. Season 1, episode 5. Now let's get to number 4. Theo's Real World. This is season 2, episode 22. This was the episode where Theo basically wanted to show his independence. And this was the thing that I enjoyed about the Cosby Show, because they did certain things, like Cliff and Claire did things with their kids that was very, very creative. And this was one of the episodes where, since Theo said that he wanted to be on his own, uh they uh basically had him on his own. They had him in his own house. Uh they took all the furniture out his room. If he wanted to eat, he had to pay for it. I think Denise was the waitress. Uh Rudy was, I think, the person that worked at the bank. Vanessa was the what was Vanessa? I forgot exactly what Vanessa was, but they all basically wasn't themselves on the episode. They was basically going along with it, showing Theo how it is to be in the real world on his own. And I just thought that it was creative of just the show in general, and Bill Cosby, obviously, to, make an episode of that nature. So I definitely had to put that in my top 5 as well. So again, that's season 2, episode 22, Theo's Real World. Now let's get to number 3. The pilot episode. The first the first ever episode of The Cosby Show. Season 1, episode 1. And this is where Theo basically came home with a bad grade, told his parents that he didn't want to go to college. He wanted to live like regular people. And we all remember the scene where Theo and Dr. Huxtable is in Theo's room with all his clothes scattered all around the place. And Dr. Huxtable, again, got creative and basically wanted to, have that father-son bond with him over Monopoly. And he basically gave him money and showed him what it would be like in the real world, as far as buying yourself clothes, living somewhere, what was it? Buying himself a motorbike, uh what was it? Basically, in a nutshell, they was going back and forth with the money. And basically towards the end, uh Dr. Huxtable told him, he said, you plan on having a girlfriend? And Theo had about $200 left. As soon as he said, you better know it, Dr. Huxtable grabbed the last $200 and just wiggled it and said, regular people, regular people. But I thought it was a very, very creative episode, to say the least. I remember the first part when they did it, and he started taking money from him, and he was like, well, Dr. Huxtable was like that. What did he say? He said something about they come for the regular people first, stuff like that or whatever. But again, for that to be the first episode, knocked it right out the park, right? So that would be my third favorite Theo moment from the Cosby Show. Now let's get to number 2. Season 5, episode 21. Now, the crazy thing is, this video, like this episode, well, this particular part has been floating around a lot on social media, primarily on Instagram. I actually put it on my IG story probably on Tuesday, because like that scene has been floating around like crazy now. And it was the episode where Rudy was basically not giving Theo and Justine their privacy, to say the least. So Justine went, to try to work to get to get some money so they could wind up doing something together or whatever. And then Theo, basically went on to befriend someone with a play. Shout out to Vanessa Williams. Keisha from New Jack City. Not Terry from Soul Food. Keisha from New Jack City. She actually played the girl in this episode that Theo befriended. And let's just say he got a little too carried away with himself, wound up lip locking with her. Justine caught him. And basically, in a nutshell, he had to do a lot of begging. So this particular scene, Dr. Huxtable and Theo is sitting in the living room, and Dr. Huxtable is basically telling Theo that he is going to have to beg and plead for Justine to forgive him. So he goes to the record player, plays a song, comes back to the chair, and he's basically telling him that how, you are a dog. You're in the freezing cold. You're knocking on this door, and the only person that can let you in is Justine. So, Theo goes into his whole Justine. Now, the first two times he did it, he wasn't feeling it. The first time Dr. Huxtable wasn't feeling it. The second time he did it, he kind of felt it a little bit, but he was like, you got to make that call. And then when he did it the third time, and when he hit that high note, he was really in the groove. Like, he was really in his bag. Like, you can tell that Malcolm-Jamal Warner and Bill Cosby had a great time, and they enjoyed themselves making that scene. And what was so funny with that scene was you see Claire Huxtable coming down the stairs looking at these two like, yo, what the hell are y'all doing? Like what's going on with y'all? So that was definitely another one of my favorite moments from Theo on The Cosby Show. Now let's get to number one. Now, again, this is my 5. I know there's going to be some people that say the Gordon Gartrell one was number 1 for them. But for me, this was the number 1. The final episode where Theo graduates college. The reason why I put this at number 1 was because you got to remember, if you are a real Cosby Show fan, there was some people out there that thought out of all the kids, Theo was the worst. I remember there was debates on which kid was the worst out of the Huxtables, right? You had some people say Denise, you had some people say Sandra, you had some people say Vanessa, and you had some people say Theo. You didn't really have that many people say Rudy. But for the most part, you got to remember, Theo, he wasn't the brightest kid in school. And I think he was diagnosed with something that also, rendered his education. But long story short, when you really think about it, out of all the kids on the show, he was the one that finished college. Not Sandra, not Denise, obviously, not Vanessa. It was Theo. So the one that they thought wasn't gonna make it out of high school, because this is what Claire said in episode 24. This is episode 25. Episode 24, she sat on the couch with Theo and was like, how we didn't think you would make it out of high school. So yeah, for him to be the one to graduate college, I had to put this at number 1. I had to put it at number 1. And I love how they flashed back at the pilot episode. In that episode, when they was at his graduation and they're hearing, the commencement speech, just for that 5 to 10 minutes, they flashed back to the first initial episode of The Cosby Show, where, that scene that I had at number 3, they flashed back to that. And I thought that was dope. So those are my top 5 Theo Huxtable moments on The Cosby Show. Now, again, I have some honorable mentions. And there you have it. Season 2, episode 12, Mrs. Westlake. Now, if you are a Cosby Show fan, the lovely Sonia Braga played Mrs. Westlake. Now, the reason why this episode resonated with me was because I remember being a young buck and having a crush on one of my teachers. I was in the 4th grade, PS 159. Miss Matheson was her name. Only crush on her. So obviously Theo had a little crush on Mrs. Westlake, and this was the episode where he thought he was going to get in trouble. She came to the house, sat down with Dr. Huxtable and Claire. She brung over his test score, which he passed, and he was so excited with joy that he hugged her and basically stopped himself in his tracks because he's like, oh, whoa, 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 I'm getting too close, getting too close. Clearly, he had a crush on her, and I don't knock him. I don't knock him at all, right? So there, the episode with Mrs. Westlake. My other honorable mention, season 5, episode 18, Dr. Lotus. This was the episode where Theo told Justine that he basically wanted to talk to other people. He wanted to talk to other women. So Justine called his bluff, and she started befriending. If you ever watched The Best Man, or if you watched Oz, the guy that played Augustus Hill on Oz, the guy that was in the wheelchair, and Regina Hall's husband on The Best Man, I think his name was Murch. He was the friend that Justine was hanging out with a lot. And by the way, Justine was played by the late, great Michelle Thomas, aka Myra from Family Matters. I just had to put that out there. But Theo had an issue with them hanging out. So he decides to go to Dr. Lotus to basically cast a spell on the guy to basically make him disappear. When he found out how much money it was going to cost to do that, he now goes to Dr. Huxtable to get advice. And of course, Dr. Huxtable, in his own creative way, had to come up with his own remedy to get rid of the guy. He takes peanut butter, puts it all in Theo's hands. He takes cooking oil, pours it all on Theo's hands. Then he takes beans and puts it in a pot or something. And then he takes Theo's hands and just puts it on his face. So all of this stuff is on his face now. He takes a blue towel, put it around Theo's head, and then now Dr. Huxtable takes a pot and now he's beating it as he's walking around Theo, trying to find out if the beans is calling or whatever the case may be. It was definitely a hilarious scene. You can tell for sure that they had a grand old time doing these scenes. For sure, for sure. For one, you got a legendary comedian, and I think for the most part, all of them, this was like their first big go at TV. And you can tell that they was just having a blast. So yeah, those are all of my favorite moments from Theo on the Cosby Show. And again, I just felt the need that I had to do this. Again, like hearing of his passing, it definitely made me feel away. Because like I said, you know, he grew up in my household, so he was like a cousin, to say the least. Oh, so to hear about his passing, it was definitely a somber moment, to say the least. So I felt that it was only right that I pay homage to him by doing this video. And I hope y'all enjoyed it. Listen, y'all can go into the comments and give me your favorites as well. Like I'm eager to hear what y'all favorites was. So hit me up in them comments and tell me what you think. But before I go, it's only right before I wrap this up that we do 10-second moment of silence for the late great Malcolm-Jamal Warner, aka Theo Huxtable. Rest in paradise. Rest in paradise. But it's a wrap for this video. Once again, thank y'all for y'all continued support of the podcast. Keep it going, keep it growing, keep it flowing. Again, if you haven't, subscribe to the channel. Sportsway with Dre Day Podcast is the name. Also, hit that notification bell so that way once this video gets uploaded to YouTube, you will get a notification letting you know that I dropped it. So, again, hit me in them comments. Tell me what your favorite moments was from Theo on the Cosby Show. Hell, if you want to give me one of your favorite movies of his, hit me up with that as well. It don't have to be the Cosby Show, but for me, I had to do the Cosby Show because that's what we mainly know him for. But if you want to add a movie of his that he did that you enjoyed, put it in the comments as well. But I definitely would like to see y'all opinion on this. But again, thank y'all for the continued support. Keep it going, keep it growing, keep it flowing. Rest in paradise to Malcolm-Jamal Warner, aka Theo Huxtable. In closing, y'all know how this goes. This has been another video of Sportswear with Dre Day Podcast. Catch y'all on the flip side. God bless. Peace and love. Your boy is out of here. Long live Theo.